So today we're looking at a 9.9 I'm about to build. I bought this motor for $60. Lower unit shot and the power head had locked up as told by the owner. Didn't know why the power head locked up. So I bought the motor for 60 bucks just for parts. I was looking to build a 9.9. It's good education. The lower unit was also toast, so I didn't want to get into rebuilding lower units. So I bought what they call a sail lower unit. It's got the 10-inch extension at the top. Will drop the motor lower in the water, which is what we want. Now when I got home I got curious, said why is the power head not turning? And lo and behold, I pulled the lower part of the motor off and found a completely water submerged crankshaft that's nice and rusty, and it will not budge. As you can see, the bearings are toast. So this motor, as far as I'm concerned, is junk. It's going to donate a couple things like water jackets and whatnot, but most of the stuff's not really usable. Now, when I was talking to the gent about the lower unit, he said he happened to have a power head as well, which was a low compression power head. So I took it apart and found on this piston, there's a lot of the ring's not on it now, I broke it off, but there's a lot of carbon buildup around that ring causing it to stick, which is why one cylinder, I imagine, had low compression. So we've got a good crank, pistons. I'll re-ring it and put it back in, and this is the block. Now I'll explain the fundamental differences between the white motor, which is an earlier engine. It's an 83. Now if you look on the bottom here, that's your thermostat housing. The early motors had the thermostat in the bottom of the head. Very difficult to change without pulling the power head off, but I imagine can be done. Some genius at OMC decided, well, that's probably a stupid spot to put it. This block is the one that he sent me. It's an 88, I believe. And you can see the thermostat housings at the top of this motor. Other fundamental differences between these engines. Right here, this was widened for the water flow. As you can see on this motor, it's a lot different. It's just a hole. They must have had a design flaw and tried to improve it. They made that change. Besides that, water jackets are the same, they'll interchange. Gasket kits are pretty much the same thing too. So you can take a power head, which I've done, off of an 88 and stick it on your 83 and everything will be happy. The other thing to notice on this motor, the water jacket's got a telltale outlet on the back. This water jacket will go on this motor. 74 to 76, they did not have a telltale. They had exhaust ports on the back, and that's about it. Now I'm going to be rebuilding this motor. The carburetor went in today to be, it was rusted too, and I sent it in today to be cleaned up. So it's looking a lot better than it did. We'll put a kit in it. I got to get a gasket set and re-ring this motor. Now it's important whenever you're rebuilding an engine to check the cylinder walls for scratches. Hard to see on a camera, but this is in really good shape. There's no scratches at all. I'd run my fingernail up and down the cylinders. I took it to my father yesterday, and as you can see, it's been honed. I don't know if you can really tell, it's got the cross hatches on the inside of the block, so it's ready for rings, and I'll track the progress of this motor as I build it.